Greetings, it's Adam with Errata Non Grata, and what you've just seen is an unboxing of the Atari 7800 Plus. Here's the console next to the original thing, the Pro System, because I guess the Pro System's not used on this new one. As the missus said, it's very cute, because it's much smaller. It doesn't have the rainbow effect Atari logo like the original 7800 had, but from all the testing that I've done, it does just fine with most cartridges. Of course, obviously it should with Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, which it comes in with. It comes as a pack-in. Did a separate video on that as to why I think that's a fantastic choice for the console, and I do have to disagree, politely disagree, with those saying it should have been an arcade port of some kind, just because, yeah, what impressions you might be making with an old 8-bit system is people do tend to expect platformers from the 80s. Now, I get it, of course, plenty of people do expect arcade ports as well, but I don't know, there's just nothing that, if I was going to have to do an arcade port, it'd be Asteroids or Centipede, I guess. I mean, Food Fight's a fine game and everything, but at least those two aforementioned games have the two-player modes, but when it comes to making impressions, Crystal Quest certainly goes there. So you saw first time connecting the controller did take a moment to do that, and then I couldn't really play the game one-handed, and so had to switch over. But another thing that I did test it with is a Dragonfly cartridge, and now, as you saw there a moment ago, depending on the size of the game, it can take a little bit of time to pop up or to load the game, and so just if you are doing a larger one, then expect it to take maybe a moment. I didn't time it exactly, but it felt almost like a minute. Probably lasts like 20 seconds. But I noticed with the Dragonfly, sometimes it would do that where it not detect the game, and then you'd have to push the rightmost button maybe once or twice until it finally would. But here's bonk really quick, and for most homebrews it actually works. The only one that didn't work with so far that I tested was the newer Mario Brothers 7800 port that I had shown you a little while ago. But interestingly enough, on my original 7800 hardware, 1942 did not work, or doesn't work, whereas it works just fine on the 7800 Plus. So that was cool, and also EXO works on the Plus as well. So I guess I do need to check and see if the firmware needs to be updated as far as the this goes. I've got 2.0. I think I saw something on Atari Age saying that it was updated, but yeah, overall this is a fantastic little thing for me. I haven't noticed much else as far as anything to complain about, other than, again, sometimes the loading times can take a while. Like EXO is a game that's 512 kilobytes, I think, and so because of that, it makes it take a little bit of time there. But still, as long as you're patient, just like we used to have to wait a while for games to load, especially off of cassette tapes and such games. But yeah, and thinking about it, there was some footage I didn't capture of playing some two-player games, and there were certain times where it seemed like the controls stopped working on the buttons, but it's probably because I didn't charge the controls at all, just pulled them out of the box as is and worked with them that way. But only ran into that once with my nephew, who said he was having a problem. Did try Ricky and Vicky. This is one game that does not work on it. Now, again, I haven't been on Atari Age much to look at it and see what compatibility things people have already gone through, but unfortunately that one doesn't work. But at least my original 7800 still does, just in case I feel the need to play that or something else that might be a little strange for it. But perhaps, again, the firmware, an updated firmware will fix that. But if you got a 7800 Plus or 2600 Plus, let me know what you think about it and all that jazz, and probably be using this one to make some videos with in the future. Thanks for watching, Merry Christmas, and we'll catch you on the next video.